Hello, this is Janko, welcoming you back to one of our frequently asked question videos. So today we're going to cover another very common question that we get from our clients in regards to, financial planning and some of the products that we use to help them achieve their goals. So the question that we get is why whole life? I thought it was life insurance. So why do we use whole life as a tool to create certain outcomes when it comes to financial planning? So one of our agents, Sonia Wong, was very kind and put together some ideas for us and summarized it in a couple of points that I'm going to share with you today as to why do we believe that whole life can play a role in your financial plan. And number one is that, again, this is not a whole class on whole life insurance, but one of the benefits that whole life is that it has a savings component. So as you put money into the contract, into the policy, there are some guarantees, there are some dividends, and again, depends on what company, depends on what type of whole life you're using. But in principle, money that grows into your whole life policy grows on a tax deferred basis. So the longer you hold a policy, the more cash value you're going to have. Number two is that it has a guaranteed death benefit. So it is still life insurance. So it has a tax-free guaranteed death benefit. Obviously, it has to be structured correctly for the death benefit to be tax-free, but it's guaranteed as long as you put the premiums, a death benefit will be there for you and your family if that's important to you. Also, because again, depending on the company, but if we have a high quality whole life policy, we can have access to the cash value in the form of a policy loan. And therefore, is not subject to income taxes. So it's really beneficial to use as a way to leverage and reduce someone's tax liability if appropriate. Number four will be that the contributions, the premiums that go into the product are predictable because they're level. As long as they come in, all the guarantees that are established in the policy contract will be in effect. So, a whole life insurance policy, it is a contract between you and the carrier. So as long as that is there and you fulfill your obligations, the carrier is obligated to fulfill theirs. So that provides a much, much higher level of security when it comes to your money and what you're trying to do, in contrast, a lot of other financial products. Also, whole life insurance can play a role in the business world. So if you have a business and you're trying to find creative ways to provide benefits and retain your key employees, this could be a tool that you could use to fulfill that very purpose. Number six, also, now with all these new different designs of life insurance, especially whole life, now a lot of companies are coming up with these accelerated benefits, meaning that some companies are providing you early access to your death benefit in case of a terminal illness, a chronic illness, a lot of stuff like that. So I won't get into the details today on this. We'll have a different video on accelerated benefits. But suffice to say that a lot of companies are getting really creative to overcome the difficulties that we're finding in the long-term care market. So those are just some of the big benefits that we talk to our clients about. So when you do an analysis of kind of where you are financially and what you're doing, whole life can potentially provide a great benefit. So don't think of whole life just as life insurance, but take all the components of it together, and I think you'll get a better picture. So the last point today for you guys is, who is the kind of person that can benefit the most from a contract like this, from a whole life insurance policy? We generally speaking recommend that this type of contract be issued by a mutual company that offers non-direct recognition lending. I'm going to leave that aside for a different video. But today I want to talk a little bit more about who's the kind of person that can benefit the most from this type of benefit. Generally speaking, professionals, people that have high upward mobility, people that are expecting their taxes to potentially go up in the future as their incomes go up, because some of the tax benefits that whole life insurance can provide, it can potentially be a good hedge, and I keep saying potentially maybe because again, I don't know your specific situation, so I want to be careful how we phrase these things. But yeah, it can potentially provide some benefits for that individual that is seeing that his taxes or her taxes may go up in the future. Also, somebody who is looking for a hedge, somebody who's looking for to put money in a different place that is not equities, that is not real estate, a different correlated asset that they can use to put additional funds and still receive tax benefits. That's definitely it's an ideal place for that kind of person. As I mentioned earlier, business owners that want to provide benefits to the key employees, but also business owners that do not want to lock down their liquidity. A lot of business owners sometimes they choose not to put money in pension plans or retirement plans because they have to wait until they retire to have access. What about if you're in a capital intensive business and you need access to a higher volume of your capital at all times? Well, without sacrificing growth. Well, that can be the whole life insurance can be the solution for that kind of person. So I will say those four kind of individuals are the ones that probably can benefit the most from whole life insurance. And also I will say young professionals. I will add that to the list because since they have a lot of years for compounding, the longer they do it, the better it's going to get. So the tax benefits become even more powerful. So again, there is no one size fits all. Everything takes planning. Everything takes understanding what you are doing and what you're trying to accomplish. So don't hesitate to reach out to us here at QX Financial. We're doing our best to educate our clients in these and other areas. You'll see right below our buttons to subscribe and who to email and how to contact us. Now we have all our social media pages up to date, up and running. So there is more ways to get a hold of us if you need to. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and I look forward to see you guys in the next video. You guys have a wonderful day.